This is really exciting for me, you guys. No lie. Hi everyone, today I am taking a look at the Pentel Arts Brush Sign Pen New Colors. Now, I will link up above my review of the original set of the Pentel pens. I actually like these a lot, especially for beginner brush letters. Because they're fairly accessible. You can usually find them at Target. You can usually find them at Michael's. I'm not referring to this set. I'm referring to the original set. P.S. when I'm saying this. This set is hard to find, which we will get back into in a minute. The original ones, they're very comparable to the Tombow Fude soft pens. And the only thing I have struggled with them is sometimes I find that the nib is a little hard for me to control when I'm doing like the over curves, like on like a B or something, like a lowercase b. The nib gets a little floppy for me. However, they work really great as beginner pens. The problem I ran into with them when I had them is that the color selection, there were some great colors, but then there were some other colors like this one that has a name, but I like to call it baby shit. Because that's what it looks like. And so when I heard that they came out with new colors, I was super excited. So I went on a quest for them. They're hard to find. They're very hard to find. They are easy to find if you live in like Singapore or if you live in Japan. But if you live in the US like I do, there is not a lot of places to get them. So I'm going to leave a couple of links in the description if you decide you want to buy these. One is for the Etsy shop that I bought them from, and I believe the seller's in Hong Kong, and I actually got them within a week, I think. It was a very quick shipping. Tokyo Pen Shop has one of the sets of 6 of these, which we'll talk about in a minute. Jet Pens has them on their website, but are out of stock. So there are places you can find them if you hunt for them. However, you're probably going to have to order from overseas or just sign up for a newsletter at a website, something like Jet Pens, to wait for them to be back into stock. So on Jet Pens, and from the Etsy shop I bought, this 12-pack was $23, and the 6-pack from Tokyo Pen Shop is $15. So it's a lot more cost-effective to just buy the 12-pack rather than buying the 6-packs. Now, there are 2 6-packs that are out there that you may have better luck finding than the 12-pack, potentially. Although, again, that leaves to be said. There is what's called the mature pack, and then there is the pastel pack, and we will look at both of those. I had a lot of trouble finding the pastel pack on its own. Tokyo Pen Shop has the mature set, and you can find the mature set elsewhere a little bit easier. Now, one of the things I do love about these pens, and it's hard to see on camera, but it's so random. This is not something that I would consider to be a deal breaker with a pen or make or break with the pen, but like it's glittery. But it's subtle. It's like subtle glitter. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but that just makes me excited. So this is what the pen looks like. It's the color of the ink. It's got ridges, like I don't know what shape it is, an octagon or some shit. I don't know, some kind of shape, but it's not so sharp. Yeah, this is a Stabilo, and like the ridges on this are very sharp. It's like got that like same kind of geometrical shape. And you can feel the ridges when you hold it. This one, you can feel the ridges, but they are a lot softer. So you aren't going to get that same kind of digging in. It's got a nice hardy pen clip and a really deep cap that fits really well on the end. So this is what the pen looks like when you have the cap on the end. It is very comfortable in your hand. There is a little ridge here where it snaps the cap. So you have to either hold it above it on either side of it to have it not dig into your callus if that's something that bothers you. And the tip of this is a small Fude tip. It is not one of the big honkers like a Tombow dual brush pen. But like I said, these are the most comparable to the Tombow Fude. As you can see, the tips are very, very comparable in size. So when you write with this pen, I'm pressing down super hard. That is about the fattest you're gonna get for your downstroke. And that's about your upstroke. And of course, there's variations in between. But again, to compare, I've got this pink one is the Tombow Fude, very similar. And then this blue one is a Kelly Creates small brush pen with a very similar tip. Now right here is the spot that I tend to have trouble with the Pentel more so than other Fude style brush pens. This is where I sometimes feel the nib kind of like flop over, although Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit here. It just, in terms of like the way you have to press it down, I think it's just a function of how kind of flexible the nib is. However, I'm willing to overlook that with these pens a little bit, more so than I was with the original set, because these colors are goddamn gorgeous. They blow the Kelly Creates small brush pens and the Tombow Fude colors out of the water. I'm going to use the new colors here, and then I am going to put the original colors here so that you can kind of see the comparison. These are the mature colors, and these are the pastel colors, which is funny because these two colors look more pastel to me, and these two colors maybe a little bit less, but that's the name of the set. And then this over here is the original lineup. So as you can see, these really complement, especially because you could take, like, say, the pale brown next to the regular brown as like a shadow and have it work really nicely. Same with the light gray and the gray down here. Like, a lot of these colors are really complementary to the colors that already exist. Now, the funny thing is, when I looked at this lineup, there was one color that stood out to me as like, what the fuck? And it's the yellow ochre color, which I like to call baby shit. And it's not even the color, so, I mean, the color, yes, but also the marker itself. I'm just like, what the actual fuck? But the pale brown that's in the pastel set is fucking sexy. I will say, when I look at the colors here, of the two sets, the one I like the most by far is the mature set. It's not that I don't like the pastel set, it's that the colors, these four specifically, blue, black, olive green, burgundy, and turquoise green, are stunning, and I use the shit out of those. But all of them are fabulous. Like, if you have a choice between the original colors and these colors, 10 out of 10, I would go with these colors over these ones. The nice part is, though, is that there isn't any overlap. It doesn't feel like any of these colors are useless compared to these. It just feels like you get a whole new set of colors to kind of blend together if those are the ones you like. So if these are pens that you actually like, I would go for it if you can find them. When I was writing here, I had the same trouble as I usually do with the Pentels with this, it's when you go up and like around like this. That's the only time I have the trouble right there. I don't know if that's just my technique or if it's the pen's floppiness. Either way, I feel like these Pentel pens are excellent for beginners. This Fude tip, this small tip, excellent for beginners. And of the sets of Fude tipped colorful pens that I have found, the Kelly Creates, the Tombow Fude pens, and these Pentels, with the addition of these colors, I think makes the Pentels head and shoulders above the other two, because the other two have basic rainbow colors. Nothing wrong with that, but having a variety of colors, that's one of the reasons the Tombow brush pens, the dual brush pens, are so great, because they have so many colors. Having the ability to make lettering art with a wide variety of colors is just chef's kiss. So yeah, I'm not, like, quality wise, price wise, like, pens are like, these could be pricey depending on where you buy them. Do I recommend these? Yes, but only if you're going to use them. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if there are any pens that you really like using, because these ones I am going to use the shit out of. I'm going to just put them all in a bag and I'm going to keep them at my desk. I actually have a bunch of brush pens close at hand for fucking around with brush pens, and these guys, I think, are going to, along with some of the other new pens I've tried, are going to take pride of place, which is really nice, because a lot of the times I try new pens and I'm like, oh fuck, okay, so I'm gonna basically tell people these aren't that bad, but you probably have something better. And now I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm replacing some of my favorite pens with these pens. So that's fun. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Any pens you'd like me to take a look at. Let me know what videos you'd like to see, what you'd like me to review in the comments below. Subscribe, wear a mask, stay safe, wash your hands. I love you, and until next time, my dudes, peace out.